What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Leo Bridgewater. Welcome back to the bird section. Felt the need today to get on, make a quick video. So I want to talk about some things. I'm learning as I watch Cowboy fans go through the pathology of the highs and the very lows, peaks and valleys. And right now, the entire Cowboy fan base is in a valley right now. One that I think what really surprises me the most is I am surprised at their element of surprise. Like they're surprised that they're this bad. And what I don't understand is, and shout out to my good friend Mark Holmes and my man Game Time Brian. Uh, if you haven't done so already, please go to, first off, go to the bird section, like and subscribe. Let me know you're here. Leave a comment if you want to. Tell me what you think about what we're about to witness here, because I wanted to go through a couple of my favorite cowboy content creators just to see what they're like. So we're going to stop in on Game Time Brian's channel and listen to his latest one of his videos. Then I'm going to take you over to my man Chris with Top Line Sports. I love this guy. I love his take on Cowboys Nation. He seems like a reasonable one. And I started with those two because they are my two most reasonable Cowboy fans. And then I'm going to end it off with my good buddy Mark Holmes and go over to his channel and let's listen to what he's saying. And I want you to pay attention to the differences and the similarities between the Cowboy fans and see what because if you're like me, you're trying to make sense of it all. And because this is everything that is happening is what we said during the off season. Now, I go oftentimes. I'm one of the channel members for Mark Holmes's channel. He does the call in, and I'm one of the only Eagles fans that actually he allows to come in and talk and give opinion. And you know, I oftentimes I try to talk sensible football, talk about sensible decision making, the things that we are seeing. They ask me questions, and I give them my take on it. I don't really go through what's difficult is before I can get to a reasonable explanation or even something that I can wrap my brain around, I have to go through mountains of, insults because I'm an Eagles fan. I have to go through all the times they like to tell me that they have 5 Super Bowl wins and we only have one. They like to tell me how Dak Prescott's record is against the Eagles historically. They love telling me about everything in the past, and Mark is really good with coming up with some kind of number or stat that would make it seem like it's not so bad. One of the complaints that I actually had was when they played the the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints put 44 points on them. Okay, 44. All right. The Dallas Cowboys defense allowed the New Orleans Saints offense to score 44 on them. Okay. That week, if you listen to Cowboy fans and the way that they talk, because we lost to Atlanta, that was their thing. They were more they were they it made losing 44 by it made losing to a team who put 44 on you feel a lot better because we lost by 1 point. We lost to Atlanta Falcons 21-20 on a Monday night game in Philadelphia. Our true home opener, our actual home opener was in Brazil when we played Green Bay and we won. Also want to lay in the fact that Green Bay almost put 50 on them the last game that they had at AT&T Stadium, which was the last pre the last playoff game. And so here we have the first two games in the last two home games in AT&T Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys were blown out. by the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. This past weekend, they were getting blown out the whole game pretty much, except for to the fourth quarter by the New Orleans Saints. I'm sorry, by the Baltimore Ravens. They allowed Derrick Henry to run for over 150 something yards on them. You know, it was just just a terrible thing. They were fighting with each other on the sidelines. And I've often said when I go on Mark's, channel that, when I'm looking at my team, I'm evaluating decision making. By the quarterback and the coaches, which leaves a lot to be desired. So, in no way am I using this as a means to gloat or anything like that. That's not what this is, because keeping it all the way a buck, the Philadelphia Eagles, we have our own issues, but the good news is that a lot of these issues can be overcome. We also have some key injuries, the whole 9 yards. So let's get into it. Let's go we'll start off with my man, Game Time Brian, because I love how he thinks, and he lives right here in Jersey, but he's in South Jersey. Here we go.
Like, we kept it real. No, we didn't. It was never close, people. It was never close. Boy, was I wrong. Now, I'm not going to write blanket statements. I'm not blanket statement guy. I am not blanket statement guy whatsoever.
Ask tailgaters to get to the bottom of...
Shut up. I am not blanket statement guy. It's one game, but there are some serious flaws with this effing football team. Okay, I stopped writing. How much can I write? There's nothing good to say. The first game was a mirage. Yeah. We got lucky to play a team who sucks. And now we got two teams that are sticking it right where the sun don't shine. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry, people. I'm not trying to be. This is just my natural reaction watching a game like this with a team that I love, that we were never in the game.
I feel you, Game Time. I totally understand from where you come from. You are well within your right to feel the way that you feel. You are well within your right to demand accountability. You are well within your right to be this kind of angry, and the only thing that I question is this enough, or what's happening with the Dallas Cowboys? Does this mean that the Philadelphia Eagles are not on your mind, or do we continue to live rent free in the heads and the minds of the Cowboys fan base? Just asking.
Never in the game. Derrick Henry made us his bitch, and he wanted to be a Cowboy, people. And I'll get to you, people. I will get to you.
Derrick Henry lives in Dallas during the off season. Okay. And Game Time is right. Now, here's the thing. It would have only cost them $8 million to get Derrick Henry, King Henry. And instead, they passed on it. They said, and Jerry told the entire fan base that they couldn't afford him. And then just a few weeks ago, they gave Dak a $240 million contract. They gave CD a $130-something million contract. I mean, and then you get this kind of product. And this is where, I don't think the money was well spent, or managed or whatever, but no way should you guys be in this type of scenario. Not to mention that the running back that you have on your team, Ezekiel Elliott, is on another contract, but it's costing your team 2 contracts because he also counts for $4 million in dead money from his previous stint with the team.
He wanted to be a Cowboy. Who are we to turn away a guy that's a specimen as Derrick effing Henry that just ran all over you? Micah Parsons, don't worry. You're going to hear from me tonight. I'm done. I'm done with the Micah Parsons has to be the high. Just make an effing play, Micah. You are not an edge rusher in the NFL if the only way you are effective is if we have a lead and you could just pin your ears and pass rush. That is it.
That is not good. If that is all you are, that ain't good. Even if that's the only thing you're really good at, that's not good. You guys got some serious things that y'all have to fix. Not like we don't. I mean, we do. But you know what we don't do is we don't poke at you about it. You know what I'm saying? Not like how you guys do us. You know, thanks Game Time. And listen, y'all, if you haven't done so yet, please go to Game Time Brian's, YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and, leave a comment. Go through his videos, you'll see. Next stop, gotta go see my man.
We have confused.
I love this dude's take when it comes to, because I'm one of those Eagles fans that I like to listen to everybody. I want to know what people really think about their team and how they feel about us. Is what they're saying how they really feel, or is it something else? So let's see.
What's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and well, ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. I can't get my days right, man. It's Tuesday, man. Tuesday. And we're gonna talk about Mr. Dakota Rain Prescott and the people that are saying, why you hate Dak? It's not that I hate Dak, but I just want results. Like I told you, I don't care who's the quarterback. Personally, I don't have a love affair for Dak. I like Dak. I think Dak is an amazing human. As a quarterback, I need some results. But Mike, because I was upset. I felt like, I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel like I spoke up for some fans. Like, dog, you ain't finna tell us
you did,
to
Chris.
jump off.
You did.
Like, you ain't finna talk to us like that, bro. Like, we've been here. We've been riding the train before you and after you. We'll be here. But wait, he wasn't just talking to us. Let's listen to this.
Oh, boy.
My quarterback, right? He said jump off if you want to. He said the same thing today to the guys, right? Jump off if you want to. Have full belief in this guy. He's going to overcome everything. Him and CD missed the whole training camp. That's all this is. The connection, getting timing and things down. You're happy this stuff happens earlier. And we had.
All right, let's stop it right there. So he said not only did he say that apparently to us fans, but he said it to the players too. Jump off if you want to jump off. Let me tell you something about
Chris.
Being oblivious. To me, you ain't earned the right to be that arrogant, dog. You ain't earned the right to be that arrogant till you gonna jump off.
Reach, Chris.
What?
Reach.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? How have you earned the right to be that arrogant? Coming off a playoff loss to Green Bay, well, you look pathetic. That's where it kills me. That right there. Who in the Sam hell do you think you are? And what have you done to make somebody be like, oh, Dak said it, we got it. Now, never mind. Dak mad. Dak, I remember just, was it 2 years ago? He was mad. Was it last year or the year before last? He was mad. The net came into the last season
There's
mad.
no
I don't want to talk about
consequence to him
interceptions,
being
blah, blah,
mad.
blah. Oh, all that. He had an attitude. He started to look more like a diva than a proven quarterback to me.
I agree, Chris.
What? Are we for real? Hey, my man. You know who get to talk like that? You know who get to talk like that?
Irvin.
Tom Brady can say that. Patrick Mahomes can say that.
Yep.
Like, one of those guys step up. You ain't earned the right to have that energy yet.
Facts.
You ain't earned that right yet.
Facts.
And then stand in front of locker room full of players.
Yeah. And
tell them, if you want to jump off now. Well, let's see what you do when you play the 49ers. Let's see if we jump off then.
Oh, now let's hear how a Cowboys fan, my man Chris, I love this dude, you know what I'm saying? How he feels about what he saw between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints.
All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Top Line. It's your boy Chris, and
make sure you go to his page, like and subscribe. Top Line
first,
Sports.
second, and third.
Also go to
first
the
of
Bird
all, man, a
section.
couple things to take care of. Want to wish my baby Gabby a happy birthday. That's right. It's amazing, man. Just check them out. I was like, ooh, I don't know, man. Them Saints looking like they going Saints. I'm gonna be honest. Ride with your boy, 120% up to $1,000 in first deposit. Now let's talk about these Philadelphia Eagles versus New Orleans Saints.
Talk about.
I'm gonna be honest. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, don't.
I was like, ooh, I don't know, man. Them Saints looking like they going marching in, boy. I just got some questions, dog. I don't want to play around.
Ask them. Go ahead, Chris. What you want to know?
When did Jalen Carter decide to be this guy? He had his best game, and people.
I'll tell you when. Well, he was always that guy, but this past week, the media, you know what I'm saying, in Philadelphia and across the country, took the Philadelphia Eagles defense to town. They beat up all over them. Okay. And it was bad. It was bad. They talk greasy about Jordan Davis. They talk greasy about Jalen Carter. They talk greasy about Darius Slay. They talk greasy about the whole defense. Okay, so obviously, I think these guys probably got their press clippings or was reading those press clippings or whatever, and decided that this was going to be the statement game.
When a player have his best game, when it's needed most, speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. Like, they invested heavily in that D-line. And today, it paid off in what could be considered a must-win game. It freaking paid off.
This is a real Cowboys fan that I could really get with. Now, understand something, people. I don't know Chris. I'm just a subscriber to his channel. And what you are hearing, this level of honesty, is why I subscribe to his channel. And a few other folks. Go see Louis T. Go check out my man, Laura Brunson. I can't do this without saying, make sure you like and subscribe to my man, Philly 500. You know, Simone, Chalk It Up Sports. All these people I'm naming, these are all your reasonable content creators, including Bad Dog with the Giants.
Now, I know people have been down on Jalen Carter. It's been up and down with him, but today, I can't speak about no other day, but today he looked like a man amongst boys.
Yes, he
and
did.
When the New Orleans Saints center went down, he was having lunch. He was having lunch out there, man.
Facts.
I was like, that's why you invest in your D-line.
Yes.
That's the difference between going out there and digging and digging in the Dollar Tree bin, trying to see what you can catch on sale, and actually saying, let me go out here and find me a solution. Now, is Jalen Carter gonna play like that the rest of the year? I don't know. But this game, which everybody had marked, 90% of people had them losing this game because the Saints were just hot. The Philadelphia Eagles said, no, you're not. As a Cowboy fan, it don't feel good saying this.
I so appreciate that statement there, because to be honest with you, I love it. I am wallowing in this. You know, this is great. This is what I wanted. This is what we all want. All of us Eagles fans. This is the type of agony we love seeing Cowboy fans go through. I am not here to offer any anecdotes whatsoever. What y'all should do, this what y'all shouldn't do. Nope. I think Jerry Jones is doing an excellent job. I really do. Because you know why? Not Chris, but other Cowboy content creators literally spent the whole offseason, free agency, training camp telling me, that the things that happened that what happened to us last year and all the things that happened on our team were going to somehow carry over into this year, be be something that was indicative of the team as a whole. I don't understand. How is it that you have that kind of how are you paying attention to us this much? And I understand now. The reason why, and thanks Chris for this, but the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles live rent free in the minds of Cowboy fans is because even when we mess up, even when things don't work out, our general manager actively tries to fix it. He's always actively looking to improve the team. He's always looking for who's available, who's not. Let's get these draft picks. Let's do this. His nickname here is Ski Mask Howie because he be Jedi mind tricking the hell out of everybody. And he's constantly doing things. Whether that stuff was right or wrong, whether it will or will not work, we never know. But what I do appreciate, as I've maintained, is I appreciate the activity.
It don't. But then you look at, you look at Dallas Goedert. I think before coming into this game, he only had 7 receptions. Today, I think he had like 10 for 170. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, people get it confused. You have stars for moments. You're a superstar, or stars don't have to be stars every second, every day. But when you need it, because there was a must-need game. A must-win game, sorry. When you need it, that's when they have to step up. Dallas Goedert stepped up. Jalen Carter stepped up. I'm watching this, I'm like, wow. And I'm not the biggest Kellen Moore fan. As a Cowboy fan, I will tell you, but
another thing,
somebody tapped him on the shoulder and said, hey, Saquon Barkley only had the ball 5 times in the first half, my guy. Fix it. And did they ever? They fixed it.
Yes, we did. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks for that, Chris. I appreciate it. And so now we're going to get to the last part of, this thing, because we always got to check in with the man, the myth, the legend. Let's talk. Let's look in on. Let's get a look in on what Mark Holmes has to say.
So there's that. And that reign, of course, is going to be my high school. Micah Parsons, of course, conference yesterday. He doesn't seem like he's feeling any pressure. He seemed happy and nonchalant. Micah Parsons, of course, is pissing off, Eagle players, C.J. Gardner-Johnson and things like that. And we had the kumbaya moment of CeeDee Lamb saying, apologizing and basically saying he's got to grow up. Let's go to the tape on that one.
To be truthful to myself, and I played a part in that loss, a big part, honestly. And nor did my body language nor attitude approaching the situation help the situation or the outcome of the game. But I feel like obviously giving them an extra opportunity or some leverage to gain momentum in the red zone was big on us. Well, big on myself, obviously, and then us as a whole, as an offense, we gotta score, capitalize on every opportunity that we get, and then we'll win again.
When you talk about the body language, did you see yourself, or did someone say, "Hey, look at how you're"?
No, I'm aware of what I was doing, for sure.
How do you balance that out and still stay a passionate player that wants to win?
Thanks, CD. Thank you.
All right. Let's hope that this is the kumbaya moment that the Cowboys get back together and get this thing on track. That definitely was not a good look on Sunday with CD. Seeing him melt down and just lose it, and then literally taking him out of the game. Yeah. But that humbling experience may be the best thing that they did to let him know that this is unacceptable, and it doesn't matter who you are, you must perform. So in a way, I think I'm actually very, very happy about the way that this has been handled so far. I know haters are going to come at me and just say, oh, blah, 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 blah. But it's okay. Here's the thing. Here's the good thing.
Mark, you set yourself up for this.
I always say,
here we go.
Although now that we have a 17-game season,
oh boy,
it ends up changing things, okay? Yeah. But I used to always like to break a season down into quarters.
Yes.
4 games, okay? And what you have to do is, in those 4-game stretches, okay, you got to have at least 2 of them where you're 500, 2-2, okay? If you have 2 of those, 2-2, that's 4 wins. And
so I'll stop this on purpose because I want to say something about this, and I think it's important that we recognize the fact that I want you all to pay close attention to what Mark is saying and what he's saying right now. Okay, right now on the eve of their Thursday night game against the Giants, and this is you hear the stoicness in his voice. You hear, and all of them. If you go to all the Cowboy fans, if they're not really, really upset like Game Time and Chris, then they're very, very stoic. They're somewhat stoic when you listen to the way Mark is. Mark sounds beat down. The things that are happening on that team has got him, and on top of the fact, he still has to go on the Dan Salio show with Philly 500. Shout out to Philly 500. Make sure you go to his page, hit like and subscribe. Go to the Dan Salio show, hit like and subscribe as well. Check those guys out. Look at what they do. Listen to what they say. Because a lot of times, and what I want you all to do is I want you to pay attention. Now, here's something else. Mark is on to something when he talks about breaking the season up into 4 quarters, because he's right. You normally don't know what kind of team you actually have until after the 4th game. So in between the 4th and 5th game, that's your team. Now, Mark's theory is the first 4 games, if the worst case scenario, you should be 2-2. Okay? Now, you heard Game Time tell everybody that the win against the Cleveland Browns is basically fugazi. To be quite honest with you, the game against and what else is fugazi is something that the Cowboy fans like Mark used to tout all the time last season. You don't really hear him. You don't hear him say shit this year, but last year, you know what he kept telling us? Cowboys home record. Cowboys home record. The Cowboy. It's not easy to win in AT&T Stadium. Well, Green Bay in the playoff game against y'all at AT&T Stadium showed us the blueprint. New Orleans showed everybody the blueprint. So I wouldn't say that there's a chink in the armor. I would just say that y'all shit is dented up like a mug, and we ain't even get to the 4th game yet. So there's some things. Now and understand something. When you look at Dallas's last 2 games, Dallas's game against the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints, okay? The Green Bay Packers almost put 50 on them. I think they put up 48 points in that playoff loss in Dallas, okay? Then the New Orleans Saints came up into Dallas and put up 44. Now, we played Green Bay in Brazil on a shitty ass field with them, and we put up 34 on them and won. We went to New Orleans in the Superdome. Okay, our offense played like shit for a good portion of the game. Not to mention that New Orleans entered that game the walking wounded. They had a lot of players who were injured, and guess what? So did we. We lost Devontae Smith. We didn't have AJ Brown. We lost Darius Slay. We lost we lost a number of players, okay? And yet our defense still held them to just 12 points. 12. Okay? They put up 44 on Dallas and could only muster 12 against us. Okay. So my thought process, just another thing. So right now, Dallas is 1-2. Okay? They lost to Cleveland and New Orleans they lost to Cleveland and Baltimore and beat no, they lost to New Orleans and Baltimore and beat Cleveland. Okay? So the Giants are 1-2 as well. And if the Dallas Cowboys were to beat the New York Giants, which is what they are expected to do, but the way this season has been going, all the teams you expect to win don't normally win. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at it and I say, okay, if the Dallas Cowboys were to win, does everyone's attitude, how dramatic of a change or shift in attitude will this be? Because to be quite honest with you, in my opinion, I feel like the New York Giants are just a tune-up game. It's not really a quality win. That's not really a quality team as of yet. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's only we're in the beginning of week 4. Okay, so a lot of things still have to play out, but I just don't think of them as a quality team like that yet. Not after 3 games. I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are a quality team yet either. You know, and if Saquon Barkley had caught that ball, we'd be 3-0 rather than being 2-1. You know, I'd also think that the Washington Commanders are going. Jaden Daniels going to be he's going to be an issue, but we have something for that because a lot of things that he's been able to get away with, he won't be able to get away with us, and he'll figure that out real soon. It's coming. So I wanted to stop by these guys, channels and listen to what they're saying. One, to get their opinions, hear what they're saying, catch them in their most honest points where no one is there to influence what they say, so we can get how they really feel. Okay, and it turns out the way that they really feel is in line with the things that I've been saying about them all off season, all training camp, all free agency. So great. And again, I'm loving it right now. So Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, Cat Boy and Big Daddy, keep doing what y'all doing. Okay, keep doing the things that you're doing. I love it. And I hope it never stops. So with that, I'm going to end this video, but I just wanted to tap in real quick and just poke the bear a bit. All right, guys, I will see y'all again real soon. Later.